When I first began my OnlyFans management journey, I had no idea what it was going to entail. So today, I'm going to go over 5 things that I wish I knew before getting into this space. The first thing is you don't want to land just any model. You need to land a model that is willing to put in the work. Whenever you are missing that key component of content and a lack of work ethic, you are going to set yourself up for failure. You need to have a model that is going to put in the work, stay consistent, and make your job a lot easier. This is going to take a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety off of your plate. You do not have to worry about getting certain things done or not meeting certain goals for this model and having them dissatisfied when they're not even putting in the work. You want to make sure you're landing quality models. You want to make sure that these models are going to put in the work. At the end of the day, if they're not putting in the work, it is going to make your job a lot harder. Number 2, I want to go over how important it is to build your brand and build credibility inside this space. When I first started, it was very difficult for me to land models just from posting a couple of TikToks and only saying I had one model under my belt. It took some time and it took me getting more models under my belt, putting out more knowledge, putting out more results, putting out more testimonials for more models to want to come to me and work with me. You have to understand building your brand is going to help you build credibility. This is going to be the #1 key factor in building out your agency and being able to land models without any kind of issues and without necessarily even having to pitch your agency. It's going to all flow together as you build out this brand and as you build your credibility in the space. I want you to also understand you don't need to have a big following. You don't need to have any kind of crazy flashy things. You just need to have a couple good referrals. You need to know some people in the industry, in the space. So whenever somebody goes out and asks, hey, have you heard of this person, to somebody else in the OnlyFans space, they're gonna say, hey, actually, I do know so-and-so. I had this experience with them, it was great. And this is going to help out a lot. Credibility goes in many different ways, and that's one of the best ways for me personally was having people in the space that I've connected with, that I've met, and that I've talked to. So when other people in the space go and ask them about me, they have good things to say. Number 3 is super important. This is going to help you save a lot of time. This is going to help you become less hands-on and more on the back end and allow you to continue to organize things, schedule things out, build new marketing acquisitions, and a lot more. This is going to be outsourcing account managers. So what an account manager is going to do is they're going to check in with the model every day. They're going to request any kind of content that the model needs. They're going to post for the model. They're going to message for the model. Overall, they're going to help the model's account and they're going to manage the account entirely without you having to be so hands-on. This is going to save you a lot of time, and this is also going to take a lot of stress off of your plate. Number 4, this is super important when it comes to once you have a model landed and once you have a model under your belt, you need to know how to properly set up the page so people will funnel in, people will subscribe, and people will spend money. You need to have the proper pieces of content posted to the walls. You need to know what kind of content to send out to the fans. You need to have everything set up perfectly so when these fans come to the page, they want to subscribe and they want to spend money on this model's page. Having a properly set up account is going to make things a lot easier for you, and it's going to make this process flow a lot smoother whenever it comes to marketing and bringing these fans to the model's page. Last but not least, number 5, this is going to be how demanding the industry is. You're going to be working with multiple models all across the country, all across the world, in different time zones. With any kind of help or assistance they may need, you're going to need to be available for these things. So yes, you have your account managers, but at the end of the day, if a model goes to the account manager and the account manager comes to you, you need to be available. So you need to understand that this industry is very demanding, number 1, and number 2, it's going to be something that you need to just be ready and be prepared at all times to handle any kind of bumps in the road or any kind of questions or anything that comes up from the model or any needs, whatever the case may be. You need to understand that you're going to have to put a lot of time towards this. It's not just a hop on the computer for 30 minutes to an hour a day and then go back to doing whatever you're doing. You're going to need to be available at all times of the day. That is everything for the 5 things that I wish I knew before getting into the OnlyFans space. If you have any more questions or things that you may want to know about before you get into this space, make sure to leave a comment down below. If this video was insightful and you found something out of this that helped you for your OnlyFans journey, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new.